It's story time in PLCC BX, and today we are going to be writing a story about Pastor Donald and his wife. Chapter 1 is New York Weenie. Here is the chapter brief. Pastor Donald chases an elusive hot dog through New York Central Park. Mrs. Donald said, "This is the loveliest walk we've taken that I can remember. Isn't it, my love?" Pastor Donald replied, "It's the only walk we've taken that I can remember." His wife puts a frown on her face. Well, which makes it the loveliest? A loud rumble makes the shitty shake, which is coming out of Mrs. Donald's stomach. "I guess I'm getting a little bit hungry," Pastor Donald said. "No problem, eh?" Pastor Donald goes to the man selling the hot dogs, ice creams, and the pretzels and the sodas and asked him for one hot dog. Pastor Donald said, "Just the way you like it." He gives his wife the hot dog. Mrs. Donald said, "Extra ketchup." A hot dog popped out of the bun and bounced away. "Oh, I got it." Pastor Donald zooms out to catch the hot dog with his hand, and he tried to grab it, but attempts and fails at the same time. As the hot dog was bouncing, it went into the bush. Pastor Donald went to the bushes searching, and heard the bouncing noise from behind. It bounced on the baby's stroller, and it tripped and fell. The stroller rolled its wheels, and Pastor Donald had to chase for it. He noticed that there were lots of strollers all over the hallway in the park. All of the people spoke indistinctly. He pulled the blanket out of the science stroller. He thought it was a hot dog. Nope, it was a baby. "Gotcha!" The baby wails. "Oh, I am sorry." He searched for the hot dog, making lots of babies cry. He noticed a stroller similar to him, and he found it. The hot dog gave him a kiss and bounced away faster than a cheetah. Pastor Donald was upset. Until then, he was caught. The women beat him up because he knew that he did something wrong. You really want to know why? Because he took all the blankets out of the strollers, making the babies cry. Now Pastor Donald is grumpy. When he was walking, he saw all of the women and men being together. They were kissing and giggling. He tried to walk off, but dashed for a moment. He noticed that there was a hot dog on a boat. Now Pastor Donald is really angry. He rowed the boat faster and harder as he tried to grab the hot dog. There was a guy, which is Pastor Freddy. "Hot dog," he chuckles. Pastor Donald exclaims as he swings his arms round and round like the wheels on the bus going round and round. He fell into the water on top of a duck's bottom. The hot dog rolls away as a woman screamed. Officer Knight said, "And what would you say this purse snatcher looked like, ma'am?" The woman said, "He was pink and delicious, and he went that away." Meanwhile, in the tunnel of the Central Park, the flies are buzzing. Ellie said, I fold." Madison replied, "Too rich for my blood." I said, "Anyone else playing?" A purse slips through the game. Ellie said, "Looks like Weenie's all in." Pastor Donald goes crazy by himself by trying to catch the hot dog the cartoonish way. The hot dog bounced through Central Park Zoo, and Pastor Donald had leaves all over himself, and his slob was coming out of his mouth. He roared at the air and he zoomed. The hot dog bounced to the lion, and the hot dog opened the lion's mouth and went inside it. The lion chomped his mouth and opened his eyes, and he looked left and right, and he breathed heavily. He looked at Pastor Donald, and the lion roared. After that, he said, "Hey, whoever you are, get out of this exhibit." Pastor Donald went inside the lion's mouth, and he gobbled him. Please note that talking lions are not real. Any resemblance to a talking lion is purely coincidental. Now, where were we? Now where did he go? Mrs. Donald heard the lion roar, and the lion ran with Pastor Donald on it. He got the hot dog with his bare hand, and the lion slows down for Mrs. Donald. Pastor Donald flips himself and jumps carefully. "Your hot dog, my lady." Oh, Donald, you're the greatest. The hot dog was old, bitten, and dirty. Oh, the whistle blew. Hold it right there! Are you sure this is the purse snatcher, ma'am? Of course. I recognize that dirty dog anywhere. Pastor Donald said, wait, no, Officer Knight handcuffed the hot dog, claims that Pastor Donald is a hero. This guy is a hero! Everyone cheered for Pastor Donald. Sellers said, free hot dogs all around! Mr. and Mrs. Donald ate the hot dog the coupled way, and they kissed. Isn't that sweet? And they walked together happily ever after. End of chapter. I don't know what is going on between that hot dog and Pastor Donald. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And see what do you think of my story. Well, we'll see you there in the next story.